is for teams like the Philippines to beat teams like the US, China, Korea, Chile.
I'm not going to disagree with that, but I don't think the map pool difficulty has scaled up so much that Philippines have been completely outclassed already. They are still an excellent team.
They're still definitely picks.
They have a lot of underrated players, and Hidden in particular is a very good strength of theirs, which is also pretty good strength of the US. So it's going to be interesting to see whether either team is confident in picking that first, or whether they just kind of decide to leave it alone until other picks run out.
Yeah, no, but the Philippines definitely have some options here. The problem for them is because you mentioned Hidden, and Hidden is a mod that they're fairly good on, but the US also have some capable Hidden players. So Hidden is going to be absolutely crucial for the Philippines this match. It's going to be very important for them to get points on Hidden.
It's going to be very interesting to see how Philippines adapt their strategy, because Hidden would usually be a go-to kind of first, second pick for them. But they're not having that huge advantage over most teams that they would normally have. So it'll be interesting to see whether they still feel confident enough to open with Hidden, or whether they decide to pick something else first instead. There you can see our two teams on your screens, the US in red and the Philippines in blue.
Yeah, well, if you're definitely the team that's the underdog on paper, it's always, I think, the best strategy to pick the map that your team is most confident on, regardless of what pool it's in. Because against a team like any top-seeded team, really, not just the US, but any like major team, you really want to start with your best foot forward. You want to get points on the board and establish some early momentum to keep yourselves in the match. So who knows where they're going to go with it. They may be very capable in something we don't expect them to be on. So,
well, we'll find out very soon. Obviously, just trying to load into the lobby right now. Teams will be picking their warm-ups. We'll have one warm-up from each team. We'll have roles, where the loser of the role will ban first, the winner of the role will ban second, and then first pick.
Exciting stuff. Well, we've had a great round of 16 weekend so far. I'm really enjoyed all the matches this weekend, and I can't wait to enjoy the last several that we have left to go.
We have, and it's been really exciting how kind of even most of the contests have been, aside from China versus Belgium during the night, which we kind of all expected was going to be a little bit one-sided. Belgium making their first round of 16 appearance, China 3-time champions. But all of the other matches, for the most part, have been fairly close. We've had some matches like Hong Kong, France, and Mexico, Germany, where they were very even at the beginning, and then one team kind of pulled ahead.
Yeah,
but then we've had other matches like the match we just saw between Indonesia and Poland, South Korea versus Chile, and Italy, Taiwan, which all went to kind of like tiebreaker or very close to tiebreaker scenarios.
Yeah, that's 3 matches that went at least 10 rounds out of a best of 11. So that's a match right there. If you're playing 10 maps in a best of 11, that's a very close match. But it's been a great weekend, and we hope you all enjoyed it.
We hope you to continue to enjoy it, of course. We still have this match and then one further match to play. Canada versus the Russian Federation, which is going to be about 4 hours from now, or about 2.5 hours from the conclusion of this match. And then, straight after that, we'll have the map pool showcase for the quarterfinals maps. So all the teams are going to be playing again next week on a, obviously, more difficult map pool, fighting for their right to remain in the competition. So if you want to see what their teams are going to be playing next week, do hang around for that as well.
Yeah, the good news of the round of 16 is nobody gets eliminated.
There are winners and losers, but nobody goes home.
Nobody goes home this week.
Yeah, double elimination tournament format dictates that you have to lose twice to be knocked out. So everyone will start in a winner's bracket. Once you lose, you drop down to a loser's bracket. If you lose again in the loser's bracket, you go home. And there is a chance for a team to win the loser's bracket, fight their way back up, and have a chance at winning again. But we're a few weeks away from that just yet. This is just the first week of knockout matches.
And already the hype is building. The US against the Philippines. I don't know. I think it's really going to be interesting to see how the Philippines attack. That's I'm really curious to see how the Philippines are going to attack the early game. I think it's really going to dictate how this match may go. But they're definitely a team that's capable of putting points on the board, even against a team like the United States. So I am looking forward to this.
Yeah, I know the US have been engaging in some scrims over the past week because they were one team, as you said, the only team this year that won all 15 of their group games without losing a single point. So you could argue they haven't really been tested during the kind of tournament yet, but I know they have been practicing in scrims to get them kind of up to scratch against more difficult opposition, and Philippines is going to be quite some step above the teams that they played against in the group stage, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then of course the winner of this does play South Korea, so if they do win this, they will have stiffer competition down the road. The Philippines win this, they will have stiffer competition down the road, so this is a very important game for both teams. But I am excited to see how this is going to turn out. The US, I know DeCreeper has fixed his computer issues from the group stage, so he should be back in full force this week.
Well, we saw plenty of computer issues on the side of Team Poland in that last match that may or may not have decided this, so unfortunately, they can't be avoided sometimes. Hopefully that won't persist for any of our other players. It's never good to see.
But any moment now, we'll be jumping into the lobby.
Yeah, we had a little bit of difficulty preparing the lobby and getting it synced up with the streaming equipment. So hopefully we've got that sorted out. And we can bring the match to you before we miss anything. They have not played their warm-ups yet, so don't worry. Nothing has gone anywhere. You haven't missed any action.
We're going to bring it all to you and more. But I personally, as an American player, I'm really excited for this U.S. team this year. I think this is a team that they're serious about making a run this year. And I think they've got a roster that's capable of making a very deep run into this tournament. So I'm excited to see how they're going to play here. Because the round of 16 is a very important starting point. It's essentially the start of the run after the groups, you know? So you want to start strong here if you're the U.S. And obviously they got that pride right now that they're the only team that hasn't conceded a point. You know they want to try to keep that intact as long as possible. We'll see. The Philippines are definitely going to challenge them, though.
Yeah, US making it to Finals Week 1 last year before they came undone 7-1 against Chile and their kind of campaign unraveled rather rapidly. They came through a great tiebreaker 7-6 against Hong Kong in the previous semi-finals week. Philippines, on the other hand, started out strongly against Germany 7-4 in the semi-finals, and then were narrowly beaten out by Mexico in the losers bracket of the semi-finals round. So US advanced just a little bit further, maybe one stage further than the Philippines last year.
Yeah, Philippines.
US, obviously, previous silver medal placement in 2018, so they'll be looking to get back on the podium this year.
I think there are a lot of countries that are looking to make that break into the top three. It's really exciting to see. I think there's a lot of countries that have potential too. You've got countries like Mexico who have just been putting up insane performances. You've got Chile, you've got the US. You've got a whole lot of contenders, a lot more contenders this year than I would say from years past.
Yeah, no mention of Hong Kong there, beating France 6-2 yesterday.
Oh yeah, Hong Kong too.
They look rather terrifying, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, Hong Kong, another one of those teams that I think we're definitely going to be seeing around the business end of the tournament. But here we go.
Hooray!
Wow. And this is the American warm-up.
I deleted some random notes so I could use this background recommended by Russell.
That's a very honest diff name.
It is. There's no deception there. It's what you like to see. Yeah, no doubt that this is the US warm-up.
You have mapped by Dell, former US CWC player.
Russell saying, I have none of the maps in the pool downloaded.
You gotta love the banter before the match.
Roido briefly switching sides to Team United States there.
Want to get a taste of it.
Scouting out the enemy.
Yeah, seeing what they're all about. We do see DeCreeper in the lobby. He's resolved his computer issues, and he's going to be a brilliant addition to have. Diao stepping in. I really do hope that the Philippines have recovered from their kind of group stage little slump they were in. I mean, they played well, but the loss to Hong Kong obviously hurt.
They started out slowly, and they struggled, ironically, on maps made by players of their team. So Bunrei and Jayag Tama, obviously from the Philippines, had maps in the pool, and whenever the Philippines picked a map by a Filipino mapper, it seemed that they couldn't get over the line. There is obviously one other map from Crowley DT1 in this pool, so hopefully that trait doesn't repeat itself. But after that, they pretty much picked up and were the Philippines that we were expecting them. So hopefully that was just a slow start, and they're now ready to roll.
You see DeCreeper informing the lobby that you may want to use no fail. So I think we're in for a treat. So just waiting for players to get set, and here we go. Looks like we are ready to start the warm-ups.
I've been informed in advance that Crowley says I'm going to hate the Philippines background for their warm-up.
Ah, I can't wait now.
We have a Ken Kaneki background right now.
I deleted some random notes so I could use this background recommended by Rosalind. Can you spot the deleted notes?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's one note missing somewhere. Everyone keep your eyes open for it.
Some intense wiggling here. I do always like watching Rosso play kind of more gimmicky maps, like warm-ups and stuff, because he's known to just be good at the randomly hard stuff. And there he goes.
Yeah, currently still holding on to that S rank right now. The only player even remotely close to doing so. Actually, Roido with the 97. That is a very impressive accuracy as well.
Yeah, he had some combos as well. Russell now over 500. He will finally give it up. Some very gimmicky stuff, very typical of a Russell warm-up. But it was mapped by Dell, so well done, Dell.
The background was recommended by Russell.
Yeah, the background was recommended by Russell, that's right.
Some role predictions coming out in the chat already. We've got one warm-up still to go, but do continue with those. We'll get to roles and then picks and bans immediately after that warm-up is concluded.
Who knows, maybe we'll see 299s again. Ah, I see.
I mean, I can make out a little bit from that banner, but yeah. Difficulty is Sadmox. A very cool emote.
Apparently Sekre has defected. Well, this should be interesting. But yes, chat, get those roll predictions ready, because the rolls are coming after this warm-up. We've seen some interesting rolls this World Cup already.
Yeah, like we've had a tied 99 roll this week, we've had a 98 versus a 96.
I believe the previous week we had an 82 followed up by an 83. It's been interesting. See Momo X stepping in. I think they're playing rock, paper, scissors in the chat.
Okay. There you go. US are beating themselves.
There you go. That's how you do it right there. Just wait for your opponent to go first, then you counter.
Classic tactic.
Easy win. Rock, paper, scissors decide who plays the warm-up.
This is some 400 IQ tactics from the US.
But here is Lexi.
Okay, we got 6 players that are all hopefully going to play the actual map. Warm-up number 2 coming to you very soon.
Just waiting for the start command at this point.
From now on, should we do rock, paper, scissors to decide who picks and bans first?
I like it.
JBH, if you can see this, you're going to love our background. Okay, I can see it, Crowley. Well, not the background, yeah, I can see that you're telling me that I'm going to love your background.
Yeah, well, once you guys all ready up and then start, we'll be able to see.
Hurry up and start the game. Yeah. Entertain us, mortals.
Yeah, get to it, alright?
Chop chop.
We don't have all day.
I mean, it's 10:15 in the morning for me, it's 9:15 in the morning for you, so we pretty much do have all day, but...
Listen, I have plans.
Plans? Social life?
Some
Who do you think you
post-CWC
are?
plans,
You're
alright?
a fruit catcher.
I can't be here for 10 hours.
Ugh. Inadequate. Unsatisfactory.
And they're still deciding who's going to play the warm-ups.
We've got about 10 people in this lobby all kind of saying, you first, no, you first, no, after you.
Listen, boys, it's 17 minutes after the match is supposed to start. We're still on the second warm-up. We haven't even played it. Come on, boys.
Nolan's dying here.
Where's the ref? Ref, do something. Yazzie, save us. There we go. Yazzie has saved us. All right, let's finally see this.
Okay, there's a fair few memes scattered in here. Some of which I'm familiar with, some of which I am not.
So guys, we did it. We reached 250,000 subscribers.
Does that one helmet on the right say Team US? I can't tell.
The fact that we've reached this number in such a short amount of time is just amazing. Thank you all so much.
I think this is
I love you guys.
The Team Philippines coffin being carried away.
Dude, that's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say anything until I knew for sure. I was like, is that what's happening? Well, the Creeper is getting with it right now, folks. Of course, Lexi throwing on Hidden because Hidden God. Moonray had a nice combo there for a second. You gotta love that easy mod though. It makes it anything but easy. But we will be getting to our roles and our bans soon, so if you have not predicted roles, do it in the chat. While Boonray and the Creeper go absolutely mad. But I'm actually really excited to get into this match. It could go so many different ways. And again, I think the key for the Philippines in this match is going to be starting strong early. I think Momo is actually playing Dodge the Beat, has been playing Dodge the Beat this whole time. Got to put some respect on his name for that. He's down to 15% accuracy. It's it below 15. And there you have it, chat. So now on to the roles and the bans. Get your role predictions out. It's your last chance.
Yeah, thank you both teams for your excellent warm-ups. Now do battle for our amusement.
Yes.
Russell with a 56, yeah. Middle of the road, not too good, not too bad.
And now we wait for the roll from the Philippines. It's going to be a 71. Lexi predicted a 74 and almost got it.
So, Philippines going to be victors of the rolls. US going to be banning first. Sekra asking, can we have a new captain because this guy can't roll?
Hey, rolling is a very important skill set.
It is. There you can see our map pool. 6 no mod, 3 hidden, 3 hard rock, 3 double time. And of course 1 tiebreaker, should we get that far.
So the US up to ban first. Now this is going to be very interesting to see where they go, because they probably know the Philippines hidden is their strong suit, but they probably are very confident themselves in their hidden roster. And obviously we have a AR8 hidden map that is about 4 minutes long in the hidden pool, which I think is just right up Zach's alley, so I don't think they're going to ban that. They might ban Hidden 3, if anything, from the hidden pool. They're actually going to ban Hard Rock 3.
Yeah, taking away the converted O-Speed map Castaway. Quite short. Any misses are punished severely. And Russell now saying we did the wrong ban. Fantastic. We're off to a brilliant start. Let's see if they can have that changed, or what their actual ban was going to be.
Oh no, I think he was just playing because Bunray said thanks right after they banned.
Oh, right.
So maybe the Philippines have planned to ban that. And they're actually going to ban Hard Rock 1, so... And that's not a bad idea. Banning Hard Rock against the US is not a bad move at all.
Yeah, in the previous match, Poland versus Indonesia, we saw both teams ban Hidden. In this team, we're seeing Hard Rock being taken almost completely out of the equation, with probably just the easiest of the 3 Hard Rock picks, Croix, remaining.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. I think the Philippines now, they are going to have the first pick here because they won the roll. So it's going to be very important for them to get this first point and get on the board. So it's going to be interesting to see what map they have in mind. And they are now officially on the clock. He has put the 2-minute timer up. Nice rolls, boys.
Yeah, they were lambasting Russell for having a low roll, but
and they both
neither of them have done any better. Still waiting to see what Philippines' first pick is going to be.
The UK would be proud of that
We
roll.
would be proud of a 6 roll, that is correct. Roydo with the 1. Oh, he rolled 1 though, that's cheating.
Oh, well. Yeah, he typed the 1 afterwards. The Philippines actually taking some time here to pick their first map. That's really interesting.
Well, they're not spending too much time picking, but they're spending a lot of time rolling. Do they realize they're on a timer here? Or is there some distraction tactics going on?
I mean, if there are distraction tactics going on, that is pretty big brain. But you gotta remember, the second that timer hits 0, your pick is null and it goes to a random pick. It'll be completely randomized.
Roydo saying HD1 they said, but I'm not sure whether that's their pick or whether they are misinterpreting the US's ban, but... No, okay, looks like we're going to be going with Hidden 1. Feel you. Approach rate 9.2.
It's a very interesting map to choose at the start. It's got a lot of interesting timings of dashes, just spacings, and with Hidden, that's what makes it hard, not necessarily the AR on this. More so just the choruses of the song have interesting movements and timings that are just, if you haven't played kind of dubsteppy techno music much on Catch, you're going to be unfamiliar with.
Yeah, some very interesting snapping here as well. A lot of it requires you to stop pretty much instantly as soon as you reach the note, and because of the high density, missing or overshooting anything is going to result in huge drops and potentially fails, which we haven't seen too much of from any of the players at this skill level yet, but with nerves, the pressure is always there. So in the previous match we saw, starting with lowest approach rates, so the approach rate 8 Hidden. Now we're going for the highest, 9.2.
But the Philippines starting off on Hidden. Not a big surprise here, but the US are bringing their Hidden roster, Sekre, Russell, and Lexi against Bunrae, Roydo, and Killzoo. But here we go.
Yeah, game number 1 of our 7th round of 16 match underway. US versus the Philippines. Neither team will be eliminated if they lose today, but being in the winner's bracket for as long as possible really maximizes your chances of getting to the end of the tournament, so both teams want to be looking to a strong continuation of their group stage form.
So far, so good here through the intro. No early misses. Oh, they're dead even on spinners, too.
Yeah, wow, that was so close. Like, US took an early lead at the beginning, but then PH pulled it back on the end of that spinner.
Yeah, he's very close. Slight advantage to the Philippines off the spinner, but Sekre will find the first miss. That's for the US, so Philippines out to the lead here at the start.
Sekre actually going to find another miss there as well. That's going to seriously impact his score and the score, obviously, of the US as a whole. Everyone else still holding on to that double S for now.
Yeah, the Philippines going to be able to put some points in the bank here. Sakre with another miss there.
He's really struggling to maintain a big combo right here. He's gotten up to like 120, 140, like 3 times now.
Yeah, and that's really letting the Philippines pull away. But Kyozu did find a miss as well, so that is going to offset the advantage a little bit. Bunrei will miss as well, so that's 2 FCs down. And Sakre just before he gets to 200 yet again.
Yeah, Bunrei had quite a few misses there, but they were all in kind of one stack. Sakre is really having a difficult time right now.
When you get out of the rhythm on this map with Hidden, it can be so hard to get it back, especially if you get caught out in some of these trickier sections. But his misses have just given the Philippines such a large lead that I don't think there's any time for them to pull it back.
Yeah, Bunrei back above 200 combo now. Score difference is still increasing in Philippines' favor, and there's only about kind of 15 seconds left. Grossold and Lexi both holding on to FCs. Lexi with the double S, Roido also with a double S.
Yeah, and Kyozu and Bunrei have done well to recover. Sakre will drop yet again before the end, and that's going to be the opening point to the Philippines by about 100k.
Yeah, pretty much spot on 100k there. Kyozu with the 1 miss. 2 FCs on the side of the US, but unfortunately Sakre was just really unable to maintain a combo for that long, and that impacted his score massively.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see him play that. I mean, I know he's been playing more Hidden in the past year leading up to this, but I just didn't think he'd be the one to step in for this.
Well, it's only game 1, not the end of the world.
Yeah, not the end of the world.
It was Philippines' pick anyway, so US shouldn't feel too upset about that, I think.
Yeah, but Lexi and Ross are playing very well, and Philippines, they've started strong. They've gotten the opening point. That's a job well done for them.
And yeah, interestingly, first loss of the entire tournament thus far for the US.
Yeah, that's the first point the US has dropped.
They won all 3 of their group stage matches 5-0, so maybe that was an intentional wake-up call. They planned it all along.
They planned it all along.
Sakre, you are never playing Hidden again. Well,
the captain has spoken.
You might need him later, so don't burn your bridges.
Bunrei says every point we win is a Sakre map by chat.
Waiting to see what the US's pick is going to be. Nomad 6, so Gardens Under a Spring Sky, a map we haven't seen too much of in the round of 16 thus far. Has appeared 3 times, but in neither of the previous 2 matches, and it was banned by China in their match against Belgium.
Fractal Dreamers. Always love hearing their songs.
Absolutely. Great featured artist.
It's going to be Sakre, Rossold, and Diao stepping in. Many of these American players have name changed. You may know Sakre formerly as Chicken Bible, Rossold formerly as Guillotine or Jimmy Rustler, Diao formerly known as Kurisu. No substitutions for the Philippines. Now the Philippines are going to go to work to try to maintain the lead. It's very interesting to see 2 Hard Rocks banned. The US gonna play the Nomad Convert game here. And this map is relatively short as well.
Yeah, a little over 2 minutes, much shorter in particular than the other no mod convert available dancer in the Discord, which is almost twice as long. Looks like everyone is readying up and we'll be able to get into game number 2. Start command has been entered.
Yep, and that means we are underway in round 2.
So just the one substitution, Diao coming in place of Lexi on Team US. Philippines unchanged. So in some ways this is kind of similar to FeelU that we've just seen, in that it is quite dense and streamy, features quite a lot of little micro moving patterns. But since this is a converted OS difficulty, you'll see a lot fewer hypers and a lot more kind of 1/4 tap dashing, which requires good precision as Diao finds an early miss at about 100 combo.
Yeah, there's a ton of micro movement, and that is an early miss from the US. So Philippines once again out in front. And again, the map is very short, but fortunately for the US, that miss was very early, so a single miss from the Philippines will let them right back in. And Bunre will miss right after 200 combo. So the US are going to be coming back in on the scoreline here with an
Kielzu
advantage.
with a drop as well, right at the beginning of that calm section, so the US are going to take the lead now.
Yeah, only Roydo holding the FC for the Philippines at the moment. Sekri and Diao, that is a double miss from the US. Philippines going to be right back in this. They have 2 combos over 200 and the lead.
Yeah, they've got Kielzu back above 200 now, so they're in perfect position to capitalize on those 2 misses from Team US. You saw that score difference swing very rapidly in their favor, and with about half of the map, just under half the map to go, Philippines need to hold on here. The ending of this map is a little bit more difficult than the previous sections, although it features a lot of the same patterns and rhythms. We see a little bit more wiggling of these repeat sliders coming in though.
Yeah, but the Philippines with some healthy advantage going into this, so it's going to be close. The US are going to need some help here though. Russell is the only FC remaining for the Americans. He's doing battle with Roydo, but Kielzu does drop. Here is an opening near the end of the map. He misses again. The US will take the lead.
Just that first miss may not have been enough to swing in the US's favor, but the second miss definitely puts the US on top, with only about 15 seconds left to go in the map. I don't think there's enough time for the Philippines to come back here unless we see a miss from the US immediately.
Yeah, it's going to take a double miss at this point from the US, I believe, to flip it, just because of how many notes there are left in the map. But the US are going to be pulling it back. Philippines, though, contesting that one. Almost getting the break point, but not quite. Russell and Roydo coming away with SS's.
Just one miss separating the two teams. We've got 2 SS's, 2 1 misses, and then a 2 miss from Diao versus a 3 miss from Kielzu, deciding the battle in that one. Just 30,000 points, the eventual score difference.
Yep, 1-1. Philippines now with the pick again.
Hidden 3. So Philippines is going to be sticking with Hidden for their opening picks. Going to be going to approach rate 8 this time.
And I do believe that is going to bring in Zach on the side of the US.
We might see Crowley appearing for Team Philippines as well. Yeah, we do.
Yep, there's Crowley. Zach, Lexi, and Rossel for the US. Not a big surprise. Crowley stepping in for the Philippines. And again, I think Philippines is their chances of winning this match, I think, reside in Hidden right here. It is a mod that they are very comfortable with, but they need to take as many Hidden points as they can off the US if they want to have a shot of winning this match, which is possible. They did do it on the first Hidden pick, but now we've got 2 area Hiddens, and I'm really excited to see how this is going to go. Getting to see Zach and Crowley play against each other is going to be a treat.
Yeah, not sure why Akanoha No Mod 6 from the group stage is showing as the map on stream, but the song is correct. It's just not displaying correctly. This is About 1 minute and 40 seconds long, approach rate 8. We're going to try and get that resolved just before we start the map. So I apologize for that one.
We just want an excuse to look at the graphics again.
Oh, they do look very cute though, don't they?
Nice graphics.
Thank you, Flight. You're a star. They look better and better every year.
He does some fantastic work. We'll be getting right back into that. I hope we're not robbed of any of this match, because I really want to see this. Oh, here we go. They've already started. And no early misses.
There we go. Blending in the correct song.
There we go. We got it now. And Crowley actually did miss.
We did see an early miss from Crowley at about 150 combo. But Zach's going to drop there as well. Crucially, that was after 200 combo. So if everyone continues 4 combo from here, Philippines will take the advantage back because Crowley's miss was early.
Yeah, that's how that is going to play out. So fortune for the Philippines there. And as you see, they're coming back in on the scoreline. Nobody else finding any misses, though.
There's only about a third of the map left, so this is a very short one.
Yeah, and Philippines looking very good here on hidden.
Still 2 double S's on both sides, just the 1 miss apiece from Zach, and maybe multiple misses because the accuracy is lower, but they were all in the same spot by the looks of it for Crowley.
Yeah,
if they can hold on, that's going to be a very narrow victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Yeah, any miss can flip it right now, but the Philippines are looking very good. Coming to the end. They just got to maintain that advantage and put another point on the board. And that is what they're going to do, it looks like.
It's going to be about 7,000 points the difference, so sneaking a little point there on hidden. But another victory it is. Philippines continue to hold the advantage since they were the first pick. 2-1 in their favor.
And even though Zach will come away with the better accuracy, the timing of Zach and Crowley's misses is what's going to hand this one to the Philippines. Crowley missing just before that 200 combo cap. Zach just after, and that was it.
Yeah, impressive. 2 double S's on both sides, and then 2 obviously 1 misses. Both teams that are very well acquainted with hidden and low AR hidden in particular. But Philippines can be edging that one out. United States to pick next. Hopefully they can keep things level. So this is very different than the previous match that we saw where there were like breakpoints everywhere. It seems like here both teams are going to want to try and win their own picks and keep 1 step ahead of the other. Like, Philippines will keep 1 step ahead and the US will keep pace with them. You feel like a breakpoint for either side could swing things massively in the opponent's favor.
Oh yeah, with the way this match is going so far.
Russell saying, Philippines, what are you guys bad at? We'll pick that.
Isn't that something you're supposed to find out before the match?
Yes. Well, I mean, you can't blame him for asking.
Tiebreaker.
Well, they got a little ways to go to force a tiebreaker.
So the US on the clock now for the pick. DT3.
So this was banned in the previous pick immediately by Indonesia, I think. But it's going to be synchronicity. 5 minutes long or 3 minutes 30 when double time is added. So one's going to be a very long, very stamina draining and slightly technical converted beat map.
Yeah, and I think it's a smart decision from the US to just jump into double time now early on, because you want to test the teams early and see how they're faring on these mods. Because if you can find a weakness, you can exploit it.
And crucially now we're coming from a map that required kind of very fine, delicate catcher control where you had to delay your movements for the approach rate 8 hidden. to now effectively approach rate 9.7 with the extra fluid movement of the double time catcher. So the US are maybe going to try and trip up Philippines here, knowing that their core roster is going to remain mostly the same. So most of their players are going to have to quickly adapt from one style or one mod to another. Whereas the US can quickly swap out some of their players. They have a slightly more balanced roster. And all these people coming in now, like, have maybe been practicing double time, knowing this was coming, and are already adjusted to that extra catcher speed.
And also this kind of plays into the strategy, I think. I don't know if the US have thought about this, but I think this kind of is a really smart move for not only the fact that we just came from low AR hidden, but the fact that if I was a betting man, I'd be willing to wager that the Philippines' next pick is going to be the lengthy low AR hidden pick, the last hidden pick in the pool after this, which forced them to go from low AR hidden to double time and then back to low AR hidden.
Yeah,
from the core roster. That could mess the Philippines up. Not that we know for sure it's going to, but if you've played in tournaments and you've swapped between low AR hidden and double time, you know the struggle of having to get your eyes adjusted.
Yeah, so you're going to consider that maybe these teams are deciding their picks, 1 or 2 picks in advance. Something that may not be their best option is just a setup for an eventual victory.
We'll have to wait and see how it plays out, but double time 3 is the pick from the US. Sekre, Diao, and Creeper against Bunrei, Roido, and Kielzu.
Yeah, Kielzu coming back in for Crowley on the side of Team Philippines. United States effectively swapping their entire roster.
The Creeper will find an early miss for the US. Kielzu, though, will trade it, but Sekre finds one of his own, so advantage will still be with Philippines.
Yeah, all 3 of those misses were before the 200 combo mark. So the score difference is going to be slightly in favor of Philippines based on obviously that second miss.
Yeah, that second miss came just before the 200 combo mark, the miss from Sekre. It'll be interesting to see how that affects the score once everyone recovers. But the Philippines holding the lead for now.
You know, all players back up at 200 combo, the score difference about 20,000 at this stage.
You have Roido and Bunrei holding on very strongly here. Still, though, it is a lengthy map for DT. Oh, but Bunrei Kielzu. Oh, wow, that's double misses on both sides. So that's actually nobody's advantage. The Philippines are going to maintain the lead.
Yeah, there was some really tricky like reverse stare pattern combined with hypers there, which at 210 BPM with the extra fluid catcher speed, it's no surprising that was difficult as we see another miss from Diao. Philippines going to extend their advantage just a little bit more here and there.
Yeah, that miss from Diao is going to put Philippines a little more in the lead here. That's going to make it a little more tough on the US to actually come back here. Philippines looking poised to take a break point if they can hold. Diao will miss yet again. He is struggling. And
Creeper dropping as well. Roido still now the only full combo, still holding that SS as he's approaching 1,000 combo. But everyone on the Philippines side is above that 200 combo mark, so they're maximizing their capital on the score lead right now, and it's growing by the second.
Yeah, Philippines are running away with this now. It's not looking good for the US. Roido and Bunrei absolutely killing Kielzu.
Diao dropped about 5 combo away from 200. That is almost the worst possible place you can drop. The Creeper makes 200 combo as Kielzu drops, but Philippines are still building their lead right now. Diao drops again.
Again, he is struggling super hard on this. But a triple miss from the Philippines. Wait.
This is going to come flying straight back in the US's
but
favor.
I don't know if the US have enough time because Diao's combo is so low that he wasn't able to take advantage of it. Only 200 combos from the US, and the double miss, or the triple miss isn't going to be enough as Bunrei drops though.
Diao trades though, this score difference is going to stay similar. Roido and Kielzu are coming back up to 200 combo now, and Philippines built up such a massive advantage early on. Yeah. They can still hold on to this. There's about 20 seconds left.
Yeah, Diao's misses, unfortunately, are going to put the US out of this. Despite a triple miss from the Philippines.
Kielzu's going to drop there though. There's still hope. There's still hope.
Hold on. He found several misses there, and Diao's combo is up to 200. Is there enough time? I think they're going to need a little more. The Philippines are going to barely hold on, folks.
That is a break point for the Philippines, taking a
Nothing
double time pick
massive.
from the US by the narrowest of margins, just 20k on a map that long. Really impressive performance by the Philippines. It looked a bit nervous towards the end there, but they built up a massive combo thanks to Roydo's huge performance on that map. Great play by them.
And Diao, one miss too many there for the US. Unfortunate. It's so unlike him. I did not expect him to struggle that much on it.
Well,
But
that's just one pick. There's still at least 3 more maps left. They can't give up hope.
Philippines are looking very good. This is very dire for the US. They're down 3-1 right now. Philippines with the pick. They can put this to 4-1. They'll be backing the US into quite a significant corner. And I think we know where they're going to go.
There's one hidden still available. If they feel that they're fine adapting from low AR hidden to double time, they should probably be fine going in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, given how the US has performed this match so far, there's nothing that would tell me to not pick that.
The difficulty comes after this hidden pick, which we assume is going to come next. Where do Philippines go next?
Yeah,
because they're not going to have something that they feel most comfortable on. What do they turn to?
But
they're actually going to go no more than one.
Interesting, and also they could be saving that hidden pick, knowing that the US probably won't pick into that. I actually think this is still a okay move because I think that map is still going to be a Philippines pick very much, just because of how the US have performed. So they're going to go for something else that they think they can get a point on.
Yeah, so we see Philippines picking Philippines maps once again. It didn't work too well for them in group stages, but we'll see if they have more luck this time around. This one courtesy of Gemzu. This one's going to be a lot shorter than the previous pick that we've just seen. A lot more conventional, quite slow to begin with, picking up in pace towards the end.
And Momo X will be stepping in for the Philippines.
Yeah, once again, the US completely swapping out their roster. Sekre, Rosald, and Lexi coming in for this one. Looks like Bunrae and Roydo are going to be doing most of the work for Philippines, and then they're going to rotate their remaining players. Going to be getting underway in just a few seconds with game number 5.
And here we go on Nomad 1. And this is going to be a very important point for both teams. The US desperately do need a break point so they can get back into this match, and the Philippines, if they could take this, would be firmly in control of this match.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Philippines take this, what the US do next, because they are not used to being behind in really any situation this early in a tournament.
Yeah, here's the thing, I also don't know about picking Nomad 1 into the US, because there's one thing you know about the US, they've in years past, they've had a strong Nomad lineup. That's just something they've always had. But obviously this is a Philippines map, so they probably do feel comfortable on this. But it should be very interesting to see how it plays out. So far, though, SS is all around.
Yeah, everyone hitting that 200 combo mark without too much difficulty. Nothing really outrageous in the opening kind of third to one half of this map.
This one could come down to whoever blinks first.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of weird misses in this really calm section because people aren't just adapting or they're too nervous, but looks like everyone's holding through here. We've got another slow-ish section now, and then we'll build up into a much faster section with a lot more anti-flow and density in just a second. Halfway mark, everyone's still holding double S.
Oh, Momo X is going to be the drop, though. He's going to drop again, so the advantage to the US here. About a third of the map left.
Still the triple double S from the US. 2 double S's on this side of the Philippines, just those 2 misses from Momo X deciding the the victory at the moment for the US, unless there's obviously anything untoward happening in the closing stages. But it's got to happen real quick because there is not too much density towards the end of this map.
Yeah, look, the US are looking very good right now, and this is what they needed. And unfortunately for the Philippines, this is going to be a break point for the United States. So 3-2, the pick to the US now. They'll have a chance to equalize. The miss from Momo X, the difference maker. 5 SS's.
It would have been very interesting if there had been full FCs there, because Lexi's spin was really good, Sekra's was a little down, and everyone else was somewhere in the middle. So if Momox had FC'd, it could have come down to a very narrow spinner battle.
Which would have been madness. Now the question is, where did the US go? Don't know if they go double time, because the remaining double time maps are Philippines maps.
That they are, Crowley and Gemzu, both Filipino players. But, I mean, Nomad is pretty much like 50-50 at this point. We've seen a victory for each side. Hard Rock, there's only one pick available. They have plenty of choices, but it's not immediately obvious which one is their best.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Philippines on their next pick go for that hidden.
I think they would have picked Hidden 2 in the map just now, but they're thinking, like, we're on a high, maybe the US will miss, let's try and sneak a point from something that we maybe wouldn't win otherwise.
Yeah,
which
because
was a risk that maybe didn't pay off, but I think it was a worthwhile trade, as long as they feel confident in Hidden 2 later on.
yeah, I mean, and I don't blame them for going for it. It was, first of all, it's a Gemzu map, a map they're comfortable with, a map that they stood a good chance of winning. And if they had won it, they would have been up 4-1. If they break the US's pick, they're at match point, then they have the hidden pick, so it's easy to see how the Philippines probably were thinking ahead there. But it's not that big of a deal as long as they're able to get back to their winning ways on that hidden pick. The problem is, though, is that they've made that hidden pick a way more important point.
Yes, it's a lot more kind of pressure on them to win that one now than there was before, as the US lock in Nomad 2 for their next pick.
Yeah, the US sticking with Nomad here, and I don't blame them. They're a good Nomad team. Sakurai, Russell, Lexi, very good roster for Nomad, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I think this is wise again. It's very similar in some aspects to the map we've just seen. Obviously, it avoids the BPM change and is kind of default faster than the previous one, but it features a lot of flowing streams, a little bit of anti-flow thrown in, and some kind of strong slider velocities as well. So very similar in many ways, but just a longer and more of a consistency pick.
And we will see Kielzu coming in for Momo X on the side of the Philippines. I think for the Philippines, it's important just to not get rattled. Because they started off so strong. They had a great start to this match, and that was what I said was going to be a key for them in this match. If you want to beat a team like the US, you need to start strong, and they've done it. Because they're still well in this match.
Here we go, though. Game number 6 underway. Philippines looking for another break point to keep the US at an arm's length. US looking for a victory to tie things back up at 3-3.
Looks like we did have somebody leave, so we're going to be getting an abort and a restart here.
Yeah, Kielzu is not in the lobby on the side of Team Philippines, and Kagamine Rin has jumped in.
Yeah, Kagamine stepping in that now. That's interesting. If Kielzu, did he disconnect? Would be unfortunate on the side of the Philippines.
Yeah, he's been putting in great work for the team thus far, so it'll be a problem, it'll be a bit of a disappointment if he can't continue. Don't know whether this is just a temporarily join whilst they wait for him to try and reconnect, or whether they've decided it's a bit too risky. We better put someone else in for now.
Yeah, they may give him a minute here to try to reconnect, but no, they're going to start it.
Philippines feeling confident enough to carry this one on with that roster. Oh, hang on, no, it's been aborted again. We don't really know which way this is going to go, but yes, decides that this is the final roster, so they're ready. So Kagamine Rin going to be joining that third slot in place of Kielzu whilst he gets out whatever he needs to get sorted.
Yeah, and fortunately for the Philippines, they're in a spot where it doesn't instantly kind of, put them in a doomsday scenario. They do have backups, and fortunately for them, it is Nomad, so hopefully they have another player who can step up and play this. Kagamine stepping in to fill that role.
So everyone's loaded in.
Round 6. So the pick from the US, Nomad. Really looking to equalize here. Philippines trying to maintain that lead. Would be a massive break point for them if they can take it. I believe that was a very early miss from Kagamine.
Yeah, in the first 5 combo. Not going to be too much of a problem.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be the decider, and if it is, holy moly. But there's still much map to be played. 3.5 minutes. Bunrae does find another early drop before the 200 combo mark. Everyone else is looking good as we approach that 200 combo. But the advantage is with the US at the moment.
Yeah, that miss from Bunrae is not going to help Philippines. Coming to 1/4 of the way through the map now, so still plenty of opportunity to come back. But US looking fairly unruffled thus far. A little accuracy drop from Sekre, but nothing too problematic.
Yeah, so far at the break, the US can see they are in the lead. But still, I think the Philippines are about just one miss away from putting this at a tie game, so still plenty of map left to go halfway. But the Philippines can't afford any drops on their end if they want to catch the US now. Into the more dense section here. Everyone hits it. They're unfazed.
Yeah, 1/3 of the map still to go, but US not looking like they plan to drop anything anytime soon. Philippines have recovered very nicely after those early drops from Kagamine and Bunrae, but they can't get back into this match unless they see a game dropped from the US.
Yeah, but all Philippines can do is exactly what they're doing. They have to put themselves in the position to win, and they're in a position to make a comeback. They have to hold combo though on their end. And the US may not afford them an opportunity, but
there's a drop from Sekre though.
Hold up, folks. This is why we play the matches. The Philippines going to be narrowing the gap at the end.
See, Sekre's miss was well before 200 combo from the end, and Kagamine's was right at the very beginning. So this could easily come down to a spinner battle, and Philippines could overcome that very early miss from Kagamine on the spinner.
It's going to be a massive point. Nobody else finding misses. Scoreboard flickering, coming to the end. Philippines trying to take it back. It's close. Sekre got his combo back up. It's going to go to the spinner battle. The Americans take it by 2,000.
Yeah, not a particularly long spinner. That miss very early on from Kagamine. In the first, the fourth note of the map? Or third note? Yeah, really unfortunate.
Yeah, both Kagamine's and Bunrae's misses were before 200. Kagamine's was so early, it was almost negligible, but Bunrae's was at about 50 before 200. So you add those misses together, and it just was not enough to get them past Sekre's miss. But the U.S. barely with enough points in the bank, and that's a clutch point to tie the match up.
Yeah, so unfortunate for Philippines, they nearly had another break point there. US managed to equalize, but they can't have been feeling too confident about that one. At least, definitely not for picking further no-mods going forward. That was not an easy win by any means.
And yep, here's the hidden 2 pick coming out from the Philippines. Not surprised at all. It was working for them. So no reason to switch things up here. They're going back to hidden 2. They saved it. But we're definitely going to be seeing Crowley and Zach come back in for this one.
Yeah, Crowley already in the lobby. Zach in as well. Lexi, obviously, also an excellent hidden player. Not sure who this third person for Team Philippines is going to be. We saw Bunrei say, "I love this map," but is now no longer in the lobby. So, not sure if that was sarcastic or not. Doesn't look like we're going to be having Sekre again for hidden this time around.
Yeah, I think
Russell has kept him benched for this one.
Well, it's also very low AR as well. AR 8.5. For 4 minutes, so this you kind of have to just be comfortable with low AR hidden to be playing this map.
Yeah, this really is a consistency test. There's not kind of too much that's exceptionally difficult individually, but stamina just wears you down slowly over time. Trying to force yourself not to dash too early on this lower approach rate.
This is actually going to be a very important point here in the match. Philippines are trying to maintain the lead.
Interestingly, Philippines have opted to swap Bunrei out for this one. Someone who has been performing excellently for Philippines so far in the match. Momox coming in their place.
Yeah, so it's going to be Zach, Rosseld, and Lexi against Crowley, Roydo, and Momo X. And it looks like we are going to get underway here.
So game number 7, currently 3 games apiece for both of our two teams. We said at the top of the stream how we'd seen a lot of close matches so far this round of 16, and this one is not going to disappoint either, also falling into that category. We've got 4 minutes to play of very low BPM, very low approach rate hidden.
Yeah, the Philippines came out swinging this match, did exactly what they needed to do. But now they're in a dogfight, and they've got to find some points. The U.S. have done a good job coming back from the 2-point deficit.
Very slight advantage thus far for the US on account of Crowley having a slight accuracy drop. And there's going to be a miss though. That is a very significant drop. Right before 200 combo.
Actually, that was literally like 2 combo before 200. That was about as close as you can get 200. But that's going to put the Americans further in front. Unfortunately for the Philippines, there's plenty of time, and Zach does find a drop.
Russell dropping as well. Philippines easily going to take this one back for now.
Yeah, low AR hidden is very, very tricky, and once you get out of the groove, it is very hard to get back in that rhythm. Patience is key, and the Philippines now with the advantage. They're going to put some points in the bank here, but Momo is going to find a miss, so that's going to stop their growth for now.
It's going to bring the scores pretty much back to dead even once Momo reaches 200 combo, as Russell does exactly that on the US side.
Yeah, it's very close. It's going to be very, very close. Halfway through, though, still plenty of time, and this is an important point for both teams. Scores are gonna flicker. And Momo is now at 200. It's dead even. The Philippines with the tiniest of advantages.
can't be more than 1,000 points in favor of Philippines right now.
That's scary close.
Still one double S from either side, Roido versus Lexi. Everyone else above 200 combos, so there's not going to be any difference in score unless there are small accuracy drop. Momo dropping the very last note before the break. That is horrifying for Team Philippines.
Oh,
And
you hate to see
The
it.
the US know they have an advantage now. The scores are they're basically tied. Momo has to reset his combo all over again with about one quarter of the map still to go.
Philippines know they basically can't afford any more slip-ups now if they want to take this point. They're going to have to recover, get in a position to strike, and hope for a US miss that they can capitalize off of, but that is unfortunate timing on the miss right before the break into the last section. But it's not over till it's over. Momo going back to recovering, but Crowley does drop, and that may be the nail in the coffin unless we see some drastic misses from the US side.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time left in the map here. Probably only about 20 seconds to go. Still double S trading between Lexi and Roido, but unfortunately we have two combos on the side of the US above 200 as well as that. Crowley's got to rebuild his combo back up, and the US have built a very healthy advantage now.
Yeah, the US going to take their first lead of the match.
Yeah, their first break point. Well, second break point, actually, I should say. But yeah, of 85,000 point victory for the US, 4-3, as you said, leading for the first time, and it is now their pick with potential to go 2 match point.
Yeah, and they're rolling now. That's 3 in a row for the US. But the Philippines just have to remember not to get rattled. They are going to get at least one more pick. They know that much.
Yeah, great performance by Roido and Lexi there, but
Exactly.
just fewer misses across the border.
Maybe this
The US
old man
taking
should
one.
finally retire. That is,
Well,
and
he
Lexi,
can't give
saying
up just yet.
Yeah, his 8th catch World Cup. The man is still here and still gaming.
Where do the US go next? Hidden's been exhausted completely by the Philippines. There's still 2 double times, 1 hard rock, and 3 no mods available.
I feel like it's either going to be the hard rock or no mod. I don't think they're going to jump into DT. But the US do have a very good hard rock lineup, so I would not be surprised to see it. And yep,
there it is.
Yep. I think it's the perfect time to use it.
Neither team looked like they were very keen on playing a lot of hard rock at the top of the match, but US have decided that they have the slight advantage right now, and they're going to exercise it by picking hard rock 2.
Yep, and here's the hard rock lineup. Sekre, Diao, and Rossel. That's a scary lineup, but Bunre and Roido are going to grab a third and try to stop him.
This is pretty short, just under 2 minutes in long. We will see. It's quite dense though, so misses on their own and not necessarily hugely punishing. We'll see a lot of deformed streams and some bursts as well, which players are going to need to balance very carefully.
Yeah, neither team, as you said, was keen on playing hard rock. They both banned a hard rock. So it's going to be interesting, but I would have to give the slight edge to the US on hard rock just because of their roster, but it's not a map that the Philippines can't win. Especially because it is a shorter map. There's a higher chance that there's a mistake on the American side. Philippines can capitalize on it. The question is, who's going to be the third?
Sekra and Bunre both saying they practiced the wrong difficulty on this map.
Well,
Hopefully they
even
eventually practice the rain later on, but we'll see how that pans out.
It'll be Kagamine stepping in for the Philippines.
Philippines really do want to break a point here. They don't want to be forced to win 3 in a row, and they don't want to allow the US to get to match point so easily.
Yeah, the Philippines, I mean, all the HD picks have been exhausted. So they're going to need to find some other mods to take points on. Roido and Kagamine are going to throw on Hidden. The US are looking for 5 in a row. Philippines are looking to tie it up. Spin advantage to the US, just barely.
Ever so slightly in favor of the US. Just by a hair.
The spinner battles are something else this year. Russell with an early miss, though.
Yeah, that was a
Advantage
very deformed dash triplet there.
Philippines.
One very huge hyper into a anti-blowing pattern.
The only thing that could come into play is that was before 200, but Diao misses right at the 200 mark.
Yeah, he just didn't dash for that vertical slider
Oh,
at all, as he misses again across these wide 1/2 jumps.
Philippines looking good here. This could be a very good break point for them. They gotta hold it together only halfway through the map, but they have some solid advantage. Only 2 combos now above 200 for the Americans.
We're halfway through, and the Philippines are all still holding on to full combo, 2 of them which are double S. If the Philippines can keep holding for another like 200 combo or so, they're probably not going to be able to be beaten.
Yeah, it's going to take a double miss at this point from the Philippines to even give the U.S. a shot. So if they can just hold, they will be tying this matchup.
Everyone balancing those buzz sliders nicely. Kagamine's going to drop, but everyone else still holds.
Yeah, that's not enough for the U.S. That one miss is not going to be enough. Philippines still looking good, but Kagamine with another miss. I think the U.S. are still going to need more.
There's a triple miss, but
Kagamine.
2 of them are on the side of the US. Philippines are going to run away with this one. Kagamine drops again, but it's not going to be enough because the US can't capitalize. They only have 1 combo.
Yeah, they only have 1 combo. They cannot capitalize. They're being negated by Roido, but another miss from Kagamine. Wait, the score bar is going towards the U.S. near the end. It's going to get close. But
It's
the
not going to be
Philippines
enough, though.
on.
They looked a little nervous with those misses from Kagamine towards the end, but they built up a great combo thanks to Roido is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, Roido.
Another FC.
Absolutely clutch from him. 4-4 now. And, if the U.S. on that triple miss where 2 U.S. players missed, if only 1 U.S. player had missed, that may have been enough. But
17,000 points the decider, but it's another break point. Philippines are back in it. Score is level, 4-4. Again, teams running out of picks, having to take their timeouts, think about what they want to do next. There's no hard rock, there's no hidden. Just 2 double times and 3 no mods.
Yep, and I feel like the Philippines may be more keen on the double time because, once again, they are both mapped by Filipino mappers. Maps they're probably more comfortable with. They could be comfortable on the no mod, but you have to. If I was on the Philippines, I would be betting that the US are also going to be comfortable on most of these no mod picks. So it's really a tough decision. They're so close. And it's also very important, if you're the Philippines, you do not want to give up this break point. What a match.
Can we just take a second to appreciate that Roido has played all 8 of the maps in this match and has missed 1 note. Just 1.
Absolutely insane. They're going with no mod 4 though.
Yeah, Pyomewa Aidata. Probably one of the more interesting and unconventional no mod picks. Lots of extended sliders, lots of high slider velocities, and some very tricky and snappy hyperdash patterns as well.
Well, I think of all the no mod picks, this one makes the most sense for the Philippines just because it is unconventional and it could catch the US off guard here. But they're not going to go the double time route. Kielzu is stepping in. And Roido has played an insane match. Really has kept the Philippines in it here.
He needs to keep channeling that power. He is their talisman right now, keeping them in it.
So it looks like the rosters are going to stay the same for the US.
Yeah, these are the exact same rosters that played the very first pick Feel You in this match, so 8 maps ago. So we're effectively right back at square one here.
Yep. We're gonna
Except
be
this time
it.
it's a best of 3.
Yeah, it's a best of 3 now. And we've had a lot. We started off with teams winning their own picks opening, but there's been a lot of breakpoints. All right, well, 3.5 minutes.
I wonder if Philippines are getting tired. It is 11 p.m. for them right now. Maybe they didn't expect this match to go on so long.
Oh, they're in it to win it now at this point.
They've come this far, they might as well keep going.
And everybody navigating the first 200 combo with ease.
Yeah, nothing really problematic cropping up in this first kind of 300 combo or so.
Now's when it really starts to kind of set in with these sliders and the snaps. Kielzu will be the first one caught out. That's a miss from the Philippines, advantage to the US for now. Bunrei, the only SS remaining for the Philippines. Roido is still holding the FC. All American players SSing at the moment.
Rossold has had a slight accuracy drop, but he is still holding on to that full combo, so...
Yeah, I saw that just as I said it. I was like, well...
Kielzu's miss is pretty much the only difference between the two teams right now as we come past 1/3 and towards 1/2 way mark.
Yeah, Kielzu is now back up to 200, so the Philippines are now ready to capitalize off an American miss, should there be one. But the US holding the 1 miss lead at the halfway point. Here come the sliders and the snaps once again. Round 2. Lexi gets caught out though.
He just underdashed that little buzz kick slider section.
Yep,
that is going to swing back in Philippines' favor ever so slightly.
I think he missed multiple notes.
There's a break here now. Philippines know they have the advantage, and that's going to keep growing as long as they can keep that combo. There's about a quarter of the map still to go. Still one double S and one FC remaining on both sides.
But they're
Who is going to blink first?
Yeah, they're not out of the woods just yet. They have the lead, but 1 miss. They know that 1 miss is all it's going to take. And so do the US.
Some of these really calm, slow sections can be way harder than they would be normally when you're under so much pressure.
Yeah, this is a high pressure situation for both teams, really. But 1 miss can change everything at the moment. The Philippines, though, this would be a big point for them. Would guarantee them at least a tiebreaker.
Oh my goodness, any miss here, even up to the last like 10 or 15 combo, could completely sway the fight.
Oh my goodness. My heart.
I don't know if I can take this.
Philippines trying to close it.
Nobody's dropping.
And the Philippines get the job done.
As long as that is a correct finish from all players, we've paused like almost at the end. There we go.
Yep.
Philippines win by 6,000. And what do you know? Roido FC's another one. Bunrei with the double S. Weirdly dropping 1 point somehow. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but...
Interesting. But Philippines at match point. Now the pressure is on the US.
So at best, US now have to force a tiebreaker.
Yep.
and another 5 break points in a row. Exactly what we saw in the previous match. Everyone holds on their own picks at the beginning, and then they just break again and again and again. We have 2 no-mods and 2 double times available. Both double times are specifics. In the no-mod pool, we have 1 convert and 1 specific.
And also both double times are the Filipino maps, and now may not be a good idea to test the Philippines on those. But we'll have to see. It's whatever the US is feeling most confident on. And yeah, the timeout coming in,
that is absolutely no surprise, and US obviously definitely entitled to that timeout. Philippines happy to have the timeout as well, by the sounds of things.
Yeah, I bet they could use a break. That was a clutch win from them.
Oh my goodness.
And
we expected this to be a pretty close encounter between 2 good top seeds, but I don't think we expected it to be this close. US...
it's one of those matches that could have gone either way, I feel like.
They still can. They
Yeah.
still can, absolutely.
It could have been a match that was a blowout. It could have been a match that goes to tiebreaker. I wouldn't have been surprised. But what I am surprised to see is the Philippines showing the amount of fight that they have. They've played an incredible match thus far.
Yeah, both teams have had like a little slip-up moment, but for the most part, it's been a really good job from all players. Like, very consistent across the board.
I mean, look at these point differentials. The last one was by 6K. The one before that was 17K. Then 84K before that, which was, I think, the biggest point differential. We had a 2K point differential. We had a 20K. We've had some close encounters in this match.
We've only had 1 differential of greater than... we haven't had any that are over 100,000. And we've had... Let's see...
We've only had 2 that are over 30K, I believe. So it's been a very close match.
Yeah, that was the 5th of 9 games where the score difference was under 20,000. And then we had an 85,000, a 72,000, and a 30,000 and a 99,000. So yeah, everything has been really close. Okay, timeout has begun. They have an additional 2 minutes in addition to the 2 that they would normally have anyway.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get a look at the map pool here, because this is what the US is debating over. They have 4 maps left in the pool to choose from. 2 double times, 2 no mods.
Yeah, their no-mod picks are Romeo to Cinderella, which is circle size 4.8, so a little bit smaller than some of the other specifics that we will have seen. They have no-mod 5, Dancer in the Discord, which is long. A convert has very tricky, strong dashes and a lot of 1/4 dash. You can see that on screen now. And then the 2 double time picks are quite different, even though they're both platters. Replica is a little bit longer and has a lot more kind of 1/2 jumping and some streams and bursts. Wisdomiot is very fast, very speedy, very dense, and you can easily miss a ton of notes if you're not careful.
Yep, and the timeout is officially over, so we're going to be getting the pick from the US soon. DT1 is the decision, so they are going to go for the Crowley map here.
So last pick of the match. Either we won't have any more picks, or the next one is guaranteed to be a tiebreaker if the US manage to win.
Yep. This one will either be over here, or it will go the distance.
This has been pretty much by far and away the most popular double time pick with, I think this is its 6th of 7 picks, and it was just ignored in the last one. So definitely the most popular double time option. It all comes down to like whether the US pick this because they think that it's their best chance at winning. Is their best chance at winning the point because the Philippines are going to be weak on it, or whether it's just this is just the map that we feel most confident on. We don't know how they're going to play, but we're just going to play as well as we can and hope that they miss.
And DeCreeper will actually be stepping in for this one on the side of the US. Sekre and Lexi will be joining him. For the Philippines, it will be Bunrei, Roido, and Kielzu.
So if you're a Philippines fan, you really want to see them close this one out right here and now, because they said themselves they do not feel confident on the tiebreaker. So give them your support as much as you can in the chat. If you're a US fan and you're clinging to that dream of coming back through the tiebreaker, they're going to need your support right now as well.
Yeah, we've had some great matches this week, and this one is not disappointing. Give your teams your energy. And it looks like this is going to be the setup for our 10th and potentially final round. The US looking to force the tiebreak. Philippines looking to put them away here for what would be the incredible upset win. Korea awaits the winner of this match.
That's a bit crazy that these two teams are competing for the chance to face the 4-time world champions in the next round.
And the loser gets Chile.
Yeah, that's not much better, let's be real honest here. It's
Yeah.
scary to think that one of these teams is going to be in the losers bracket, and
With Chile.
with Chile, yeah.
Yeah, one of
Whoever
these teams,
loses that is going to be feeling a little bit upset that they had such bad luck.
yeah, and that's why this is a very important match.
Roido with an early miss, so the carry of Philippines missing very early on, about 50 combo into the map.
And Lexi and Roido with the hidden, but yeah, that's a very early miss of Philippines. Not exactly out of this just yet. But Roido that's only his second miss of the match, and he's played every single map. So he's still performing exceptionally this match, but the US with slight advantage.
This is still over 2.5 minutes long, even with double time, so it's not going to be decided quite so quickly.
Yeah,
Plenty of combo left, plenty of chances for building and obviously dropping.
Yeah, but the US out in front where they need to be. Philippines are going to have to wait for a chance. You know they want to put it away. Kielzu does find a miss, though. Going to further give the US some score, and they still have all FCs, so they're going to be able to punish that miss fully.
Coming up to halfway point now, yeah, still triple FC, 2 of which are double S on the side of the US. Sekre with just a tiny accuracy drop. It's not going to be too problematic. Bunrei still holding on to the double S, and Voido recovering really nicely. Kielzu coming back up to 200 combo now, so the score difference is going to settle, but it's about 50,000.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be just over one miss. So Philippines are going to need more than one miss here from the US. But Roido with the strong recovery. And that's good to see for the Philippines, keeping them in it. But as it stands right now, it's not looking good for the Philippines, but anything can happen. There is still time about coming up to the final quarter of the map. At the break, both teams can see where they stand.
Yeah, the US know that they have that triple FC, they know they have the advantage, but the pressure is on them to maintain that because they know the Philippines are not far behind.
Yep. Well, we have seen these American players deliver in the clutch before in World Cups in the past, but the Philippines have played the match of their lives thus far. Bunrei will drop, and that's a miss from every single player on the Philippines.
That's
going to seal it. We're going to tiebreaker, folks. Kielzu drops, and it's going to be... Is it going to be the three-way FC? And it will be the US forcing the tiebreak. The timeout was correct. The pick was correct. We will see the 11th round.
So we see a second tiebreaker of this round of 16 of the 7 matches that have been played. Lexi with the double S, and that triple FC would normally be really impressive, but in this instance, it's especially impressive because it gives the US so much momentum going into this tiebreaker. They're going to feel so good about how they've performed just then, and they need it to get through a clutch situation like this. Philippines are not beaten yet.
No, they're not beaten yet. They still have an opportunity here. It's anyone's game on the tiebreaker. They may not be as confident in it, but it's not over till it's over. That's one thing we've learned. But the US have to be feeling really good about going down big early, 3-1, and able to force the tiebreak here against this top-seeded team. And Bunrei, I think, saying what we're all thinking, feeling, no matter the result, it's been a great match. The 1v3, Lexi stands alone right now. Sekre will be joining him. And the tiebreaker, AR 9.5, just over 5 minutes in length. Russell will fill out the last slot for the US.
It looks like Roido is going to be using the timeout for Team Philippines, even though there's no kind of pick decision or anything to be made here. They just need this extra 2 minutes, I guess, to give a confidence boost.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
It's a strategy you see often used in American pro football. It's called icing the kicker, using a timeout just before they kick the field goal to potentially put some nerves into the kicker. Philippines said, we have a timeout, let's use it. They're going to try to ice the Americans here.
I think this is a great tactic because the US are hot off the back of that triple FC. The longer they have to wait, the more kind of antsy and maybe nervous they get, the more their momentum starts to wane a little bit. This is really good by Philippines, expertly using that timeout.
Yeah. And who knows if it's going to have any effect at all, but if there's a chance it might, you might as well use that timeout. So that's going to be 2 minutes on the clock. Can't ice me when I'm cold as ice, says Sekre. He says it's cold-blooded. All right. We'll see about that.
It's approaching midnight in the Philippines right now. It's going to end in about 6 minutes. Win, lose, or draw. Well, draw, I guess. If we draw, then it won't end in 6 minutes. We'll play it again. But that really would be something.
On tiebreaker. Oh my lord. I don't think I can take this amount of stress.
Yeah, either way, whichever team comes on top, this has been an outstanding match. Great performance by all the players. But it has to end one way or another. There must be only one winner.
Whoever wins this match must beat Korea.
Is that like a pact written in blood?
A pact, yeah, they're forming a pact. No matter whoever wins this has to take them down. For our fellow comrades, Chile.
Did the map poolers prepare a tiebreaker too? No, unfortunately they did not.
Well, guys,
if we somehow tie on the tiebreaker, we just play it again until they don't.
Also, this timeout is a perfect opportunity to grab yourself some CWC food, or if you haven't grabbed the banner to support your favorite teams, you can do that in the Oz store for $2.50. Grab your swag before the hype. And
okay, the 2 minute timeout is over. There is no more stalling. We will have a winner. Will it be the US? Will it be Team Philippines? We're going to find out.
Calling for both teams. Here we go. For the US, it'll be Sekre, Russell, and Lexi, who will take Hidden. No surprise there. On the side of the Philippines, it will be Bunrei, Roido, and Kagamine Rin, who also takes Hidden. So 1 Hidden apiece. No score bonus, just for reading purposes. And here we go.
I thought it was a very early miss from Roido, but it was just a little lag on our end, so he's been corrected. Everyone's still holding that double S. Classic spectator tiebreaker. Calm section, intense section, and repeat.
Yep.
Even these calm sections are not going to be trivially easy, considering the nerves that these players are under. They've already been playing for well over an hour and a half now.
Yeah, it's been quite the lengthy match. The match had a very slow start due to technical difficulties in setting up the warm-up, so these players have been playing for quite a minute, and also you have to think about the hours of preparation that go in before each match, warming up, practicing. So the winner gets a date with South Korea, and the loser will face Chile in the loser's bracket. Lexi with the early miss.
Yeah, about 250 combos, so there's going to be an early advantage for Team Philippines. I believe the max combo on this map is exactly 2,000, so we will see. There's still plenty of opportunity to recover. We are about 1/5 of the way through, I guess. Coming up to about 450, 500 combo is when the intense part starts kicking in for the first time, and we'll see if everyone adjusts to that difference in intensity nicely. Some of these cross-screen jumps can be really far, though. You need to really remember that they're there.
Yeah, indeed. And here we go, getting into the intense section now. We'll get into that build-up. Philippines still with the advantage, but Kagamine will find a miss, so we're going to be level in about 200 combo. Both hidden players have found one miss. And here we go. Kagamine will drop once again just before the breakdown section here. So advantage US. But still, everyone else is holding strong, JVH.
Yes, it's looking really good. Still 2 double S's per side. Everyone who's falling, but Kagamine is going to drop again. Really starting to struggle a little bit here.
Yeah,
down below 99% accuracy.
Yeah, the US really punishing all these misses now, and that's really going to start to hurt the Philippines because the US are pulling away a little bit. It's not out of reach by any means for the Philippines. We're only halfway through, but you want to keep yourself in a position where you still have a chance to come back and win.
Yeah, the score difference right now is about 35, maybe 40,000 points. Comparing Kagamine's score with Lexi's, who has also missed one time.
Yeah, because those are really the only difference makers. Everyone else is holding a double S. But Kagamine has his combo back above 200, and it's only a slight advantage for the US. But I don't know if one miss is going to be enough, because it's about 40,000.
One miss is almost certainly not going to be enough, considering the length. Like, missing one time has a significantly less impact on score overall. It's going to take at least 2 misses from Team US here. Or, like, massive amount of misses all in one place.
Final third. Philippines still not out of it just yet, but they're going to need some help. US playing well right now, but it's not over. Kagamine will drop once again, though, further putting the Philippines back. And everyone holds through that section.
About 500 combos still to go.
Yeah.
Kagamine building back up to 200, but nobody else has shown any signs of missing since the very beginning.
Yeah, the US are looking very good right now. Roido and Bunrei have played absolutely phenomenal as well. But the Philippines are going to need to see some misses from the Americans soon, or it is going to be over. Coming to the ending. Still, no signs of slowing down from the US. Kagamine recovering nicely, but it may be a little too late.
We're running out of time, only about 200 combos still to go, and the ending is very calm.
The US can hold on for just a little longer. They will have secured it. And here it is, the last difficult section, and everyone hits it. The US pulling through in the end. And the Philippines have played a brilliant match, but they will come up just a little short in the end. The US having to do it the hard way. They get it done in tiebreaker. That's going to do it. The final score will be 6-5. The United States take the win. What a match from both teams.
Yeah, the US really snatching victory from the jaws of defeat there. They were behind throughout most of that whole match. Philippines put on some excellent performances towards the end, but just ran out of steam towards the end. Only one miss from the entirety of Team US in that match. Lexi close to the beginning. 3 double S's from Rossold, Sekre, and Bunrei, and another FC from Roido. Kagamine, though, just unfortunately not quite able to keep up with the rest of the team. But yeah, congratulations to Team US, but well played to all teams, all players on both teams. That was a fantastic match.
Philippines literally did everything right. They did everything right that they could have done in that match. They started off strong, had momentum, kept pace with the US. Just unfortunate they could not clutch the tiebreaker. But the United States going to be your winners here in the round of 16. They will face South Korea in the quarters next week. And that's going to be a big one. Philippines will go down to the losers bracket to face Chile. That will also be a good one.
Those are 2 humongous matches that we haven't even finished the round of 16, and I already want to see those matches. You can see those on screen here. So Korea versus the US, Italy versus Indonesia, China, Mexico, and Hong Kong still wait to find out their opponent.
Those are
between
all great matches in the winners bracket.
They are
Those
so
are
good.
all good matches I want to watch. Just
We
to
have-
show you guys. Come back
have
next week.
One match still to play though, so don't
Yep.
get too excited about round of quarterfinals just yet, because we
Yep,
still
we
have
got-
Russia versus Canada to decide that final quarterfinal place. There's the losers bracket, Dolan. Chile versus Philippines. Taiwan
Taiwan
versus
Poland.
Poland. Germany
Oh.
versus Belgium, and France versus the loser of Russia versus Canada.
Oh,
there are
man.
so many outstanding matches on the cards that you think to yourself, like, a bunch of those teams are going to go home next week.
Yeah.
And that seems so unfair because they're such great teams.
Chile or Philippines will be eliminated next week. That's a guarantee. And to think that this early is so scary. But as you see, folks, in 2 hours, our final match of the round of 16 between the Russian Federation and Canada are coming up next in 2 hours. Canada, brilliant performance. They upset Chile 5-1 to win the group. Russia defeating the Netherlands to earn their spot out of the groups. Definitely a match we're going to want to watch.
Yeah, that's going to be just over 2 hours from now, though. So we're going to take a little break. We'll be back in 2 hours for that match. So do make sure you follow the channel. Follow on Twitter to get notified of when the stream goes live. And yeah, thank you everyone so much for following, for chatting, for supporting the teams, for joining us in this amazing match and all of the matches of the round of 16 thus far. I have been JB Hyperion.
And I've been Dolan.
And we'll see you all very, very soon to conclude what has been a fantastic and will continue to be a outstanding round of 16 from this 2020 Oscatch World Cup. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
Don't miss it, boys. We'll be back.